Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Caleb Williams. Pac-12 championship game. Such a tough, impressive performance. I am fired up to dive in and share it with you all. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been cheaper, never been easier, more of a streamlined process for you to get over there and get even more Quarterback School content. So if you love the Quarterback School YouTube channel, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Great way to support the channel and get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, check it out. The link is in the description. I appreciate it. As for this one, let's get into it. All right, our 2022 Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams, one of the gutsiest performances I can remember seeing. On one leg for most of this thing, right here, off platform, going backwards, one leg throw, just special. The whole thing is special, comes up short, can't do it himself, but this throw, that, I mean, going backwards, jumping, great vision. Now some of this scheme, no doubt, there's guys running wide open. Up top, fake screen, down here to the bottom, in. I mean, we got guys wide ass open, right? Mailbox up top. Back gets pushed back. Caleb Williams is able to buy enough time to see this thing. Big play. Just playmaker. All caps. Yelling it. Watch the back here with the pass pro. Feels a little pressure in his face. Right there. Got to get out. It's essentially a double move. And then this torque. Running backwards. Jump throw. From their 40 all the way to the 15. Pretty wild. Next one, touchdown pass. Little RPO screen, arrow screen to the bottom with the split flow action. Again, it's just spread triple. But man, really nice here. We're going to conflict defender read 21. He comes down. Again, a nice little jump throw. Just real special stuff. Design-wise, we're going to be able to take this guy. He's coming across. That's the touchdown catcher. Down here to the bottom, we're going to get stock blocks. Just MDM this thing. And the triple option element is whoever's off the C gap here. So this is going to look like split flow action. We're going to come over here and block him. Instead, he just gets out into the flat. We've got two people blocking. So in reality, it's, for all you triple option fans, it's dive. Here's a quarterback run. And then we've got the pitch coming all the way from the other side here. So all the way out to the pitch, just significant stress on a defense. Great job from Caleb Williams being able to execute it. Touchdown pass. Take a big hit too. Just such a tough performance on so many different levels. And this is before he's even hurt. Love the athleticism right there. Next one, massive run. So I'm assuming this is where he gets hurt here. Split flow inside zone run, special escapability right here. Probably not necessarily the Jets, maybe that you think of, and who knows where he gets hurt here. It sure looks like this is where he gets hurt. I'm not this kind of doctor, but it looks like he gets a little hitch in his giddy up right there. Slide down. Okay, so let's operate under the assumption that he's hurt on this play. So this is zone read with a lead. So in reality here, if this is zone read lead, and just quickly, that means to me, we're reading this player, and instead of it being normal zone read, there's the back. Instead of coming across here and bluffing here, we're not going to bluff. We're going to continue and lead up for the quarterback. So we're reading this conflict defender. If he's going to tackle the back, we pull it, and now we've got a lead blocker out there for us. It's not exactly how it works out here. It works out a little sloppy because it's man coverage. You see him going with 87. Make 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice hit by right there by number 2, man. That's a really nice block. Give up your back right there. Not ear hold a guy. Great technique. I mean, it's just a massive play. And to realize that he finished that thing by doing something to his hamstring and then being able to essentially finish the game and play at a really high level, like a shockingly high level. It is impressive on a number of different layers for me. Just massive, massive run. The dude is just a walking playmaker. It seems like essentially everything he touches is a big play. Great change of direction, great balance right here, a little bit of power. You know, everything except like the world-class sprinter speed. The big chunk, just huge play. Then this is the next play, I think. Maybe after a penalty. Just a little SRO off GT action. And this is not a big, massive play, but it's on there because of the arm action, and he's on one leg. Well, let's assume that this is the very next play. Okay. We're reading conflict defender 91, but technically this is like a grass throw, meaning that if you like the access out there, let it rip. But just watch the action. Right leg on one leg. Not anywhere close to getting all the way around, and just make it look easy. A little flick like you're turning two at second base. So for me here, however they want to do this tunnel screen, and it doesn't really matter who's doing it here, but that little tunnel screen, we're GTing. So the front side here is going to be gap down. Then we're going to get a kick from the guard and a wrap from the tackle. And we're just going to read this conflict defender, theoretically, to run it. But to me, why I classify this as an SRO is that if you like the grass, meaning the numbers out here or where these guys are at, you can just raise up and throw this thing. You can also play it out like true triple option, where we're reading the conflict defender, back is the dive, quarterback is the run, and then the pitch is the tunnel. So different ways to be able to categorize these and play these things. To me, he looks like he just raises up and throws this. And it's pretty wild to me that he does that on one leg right after he did something to his hammy. And it can make that type of throw on one leg, y'all. This is kind of the start of where this game gets pretty wild as far as what he's able to do on one leg and still flick it, throw it from multiple arm angles, off different bases, torque. Pretty damn wild. Finish off that drive, touchdown pass. I'm used to calling this T-counter boot, but just watch the back. So you fake to the back continues to the flat. Now, it's not a perfect throw, but he's on one fucking leg, okay? One leg. And he takes a hit. Like, if anything, and I'll maybe get into this as the video continues, I first want to just appreciate the fact that he can move the launch point. Essentially, this is a naked. So a lot of teams run this. You fake to the back, and the back continues as the number one option. It's usually under center, where you'll reverse out. I prefer to do a two-hand fake, so you don't have to go left hand back to your right hand to throw it, because if you have to do that and there's someone in your face, it's really hard to do. Now right here, there's no one in his face because of how they block the edge. They essentially do a late flat here. So the back is one, usually something to the corner, two, and then this late flat where you bang the edge and release out here as the number three with another over from the backside. So because they do something to the edge, you don't really have that threat of someone right in your face as you come out here and make this throw. So he's able to buy a little bit of time, but he's on one leg, running naked keepers, goal line, throwing touchdown passes. Just the start of just a really special night. I know it doesn't work out for them, but man, about as tough as I can remember, like Byron Leftwich tough. Next one here, this is a little zone read bubble. Quarterback keeper, we're going to hold on to it. Now, to me, this is where it starts getting a little, where I think it's fair to start being critical of the play calling. If you've got a quarterback with a hammy issue, this is the next series, and this is the first play you come at. First of all, they're gap exchanging you. So your first level reading 91, he tackles the back. You got to pull it. There's a linebacker out there. You see how the linebacker, how they essentially exchange this thing. So if he's going to go, he's tackling the back, and then he's exchanging out for the quarterback. And then you've got bubble out here from the slot. So yeah, this is the read. First of all, the quarterback's got a hamstring. So let's not call quarterback runs right away. But then realize, we've got to, for me, this is where you can start being critical. And I don't have a certification, but I can tell you that when you don't have a full catalog of run plays, sometimes this is all you got. And for me, I would have loved to have seen them, potentially get into some tight end sets. Just run the ball. Give him some true runs, not some quarterback read, zone read runs. These were unnecessary hits, in my opinion, and got a little bit exposed from what I'm going to call a small library of run options in this game. You just don't need that right there. Next one. Love this. Bottom of the screen, what I'm going to call a shallow spike route. So you're going to fake that shallow and then boom, hit it. Now, this is a ridiculous job by Caleb Williams doing some pocket movement, and he really puts on a clinic. And it's actually kind of like out of this world when you think of it in on one leg, being able to do this from the pocket, but just watch the pocket movement. No, whoop, on one leg. Unbelievable vision to be able to see it. Now, normally, this thing to me is paired with a double post, but right here it looks like they almost pair it with like a deep hook. So there's almost like a clear out, and we'll just call that a deep hook. And then here's that shallow spike at the bottom. So you're going to sell that shallow and then let these guys clear. And the technique I like to say is chase the hip of the corner. So as this corner runs here, you can keep this thing as high as you want to just chase that opposite corner, so you have this big room window. Now you'll realize that this route takes forever. Okay, so you've got to be able to get back here, navigate this pocket on one leg, step up, and be able to use your vision and see this thing. This thing takes forever. Caleb Williams does it perfectly right here. So no, really nice job too with the back getting out into the flat to be able to pull that corner up top. So that corner comes off on the flat. Got all that space for the spike. The throw, you throw him open. It looks like it's behind him. You're really just throwing him open, throw it right at him, take the hit off. But this pocket movement, guys, one leg, just appreciate it as a really special performance. I mean, whoop, one leg. You don't see this kind of pocket movement from anybody healthy very often at the college level. Reset, so he's going to violent movement. Whoop, reset, eyes down the field, find him for a massive chunk. Damn. Awesome. Next one, we're going to fake bubble post down here to the bottom. Just a beautiful touch throw over the curl defender. I mean, this is a really, really special throw. In fact, I would make the argument that the throw is probably not even there. It's just he essentially throws him open. You can see that thing goes right over 21 right there, right before a big hit. That's about as small of a window as you'll see in college football. It's even more impressive from the wide. So we're going to fake the bubble down here to the bottom. And whether this is a fake bubble to a wheel or just a true to me, we're going to fake here, up, and in this window, this is the guy that we're throwing over, and you have to get it up and down before the half field safety hits you or the split field safety hits you. So it's really kind of thinking, hey, if he gets depth and he doesn't get depth, so whatever this window looks like, trying to come in here with this action. It's pretty wild. And then all saying, hey, fake the bubble, and then sometimes he'll even continue down like this, just an inside out. But I mean, let's appreciate this throw for what it is. This is a magical throw over a curl defender. And that's a tight window. I love it. Just shows massive touch. Just a beautiful 7-iron right over the curl defender, anticipating, throwing him open, getting him up and down, protecting his guy. I love it, man. This is the full catalog of throws, y'all. These are just special performances, all in one game too. Beautiful touch. Love it. Next one, a little PRO speed out to the bottom. I love the little flick here. Again, base off one leg, arm angle. You know, this is the stuff people go crazy about. Now it's just a speed out, but whoop, no step, all torque, great power from his hips. Again, to me, the reason why I call this a PRO is, to me, this looks like a pass option first. Like he's looking out here, do I like the access? How far off is this guy? Can we get this? If we can get this, let's take it. So it happens first. Then the run action happens second. He's not reading something and then throwing it. Hey, do we like this access route? This time it's a speed out, but watch his feet. So he's going to catch and get his feet ready to hand it off, just like that, but he's throwing it over here. So certainly not lined up, but he doesn't have to be lined up. That's the thing. So this is where you start seeing the, the Patrick Mahomes comparisons that you see the evidence on film of. I don't think that's fair to do to anybody, but this is the bones of why that is. This type of throw. Now, there's a lot of type of throws, but these are the ones where you go, Jesus, it looks just like him. And the smoothness element of it too. The ball control, the accuracy, the footwork not having to be perfect, the torque, the velocity. Next, this is a full field read. Okay, we're going to start at the right, down here to the bottom. We're going to work all the way up to the switch release wheel. No, no, yes. And again, just the torque right before he gets hit. Pretty damn special. So watch this action. It'll be from our left to our right. So no, it's almost like old sluggo seam. No, no, yes. And again, it's just the torque. Watch how quick it comes out. So here, he doesn't have to get through the throw. See how he's like, it's just the easiest flick. He can see he's going to get hit. His front arm, look at his front arm, barely gets through it. Outstanding. For me, the reason I think of it as old school sluggo seam is really because it's a double move down here to the bottom. So just the way this thing routes workout wise here, a little double move to the bottom. We're going to switch release and get into the seam. And then we're going to go wheel here. So to me, old school sluggo seam is sluggo, seam, and then it's usually paired with like a pivot or a fallout up here. But you can see the spacing of it. The bones of this thing is old school sluggo seam. But Caleb Williams making this thing look easy. Full field read. No, no, yes. Flick, touch, torque. I feel like I'm repeating myself because he's doing the same impressive stuff every big play. It's wild. Special skill set. And a really gutsy performance. Like, that's the other part about it. I can't quite get over doing this on one leg. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the good stuff to help support the channel. I sincerely appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. In addition, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Get over there, support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. And we also have Quarterback School courses, deep dives on my favorite topics. And then finally, we've got a bunch of additional free resources. We've got a play calling tool. We've got a Pass Pro Quiz. We even have a free course. So get over there, check out all of those resources. They can all be found in the video description. I appreciate the support for the channel. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here. This is a turnover-worthy play for me. Bottom of the screen, we're late or the route is flat. I don't know. I'm not in their meetings. To me, this is a tweener route between a slant and a glance. I don't know how they work their system with what this individual route is called, but to me, either Caleb Williams is late or the wide receiver is flat. And this really easily could have been an interception. Again, if 21 could catch, he'd be playing offense. Hits him in both the hands. It'd be a tough catch. It's high, but tough one. Now, when I'm talking about, this is the little details here. Okay, again, not certified. Don't pretend to be, but I will tell you the details of a passing game are usually how many steps is this route at the bottom. So inside foot up, usually a 3-step route will be a slant. So left foot, right foot, left foot. That is a slant versus free access. In my experience, a glance would be add 4 more steps. So right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and then a glance, usually you want to keep it up the numbers. So it's a real skinny, like bang 8. Now, some teams, myself included, at lower levels, would have routes off the 5th step. So this kind of action. And that's what this looks like. But to me, this also looks flat, like an in. And maybe it is. If it is, this curl defender is in the lane. So what I'm saying here is we either need to make this a slant and pop it here, or we need to make this a glance and pop it down the field. You can't and you don't want it in the curl defender lane here, which is what this is for me. So again, slant, glance, bang 8. this route is a bit more of a hybrid route, and that looks like what they're working. For me, the timing depth doesn't work. So I'd love to see him say no to this and get it somewhere else. Probably work in full field read all the way up top. But again, you can see the slant window's there, right? Right now, slant. It's there. How about glance? Glance, maybe. The corner's kind of running off. It'd be a little bit tougher. But the slant's certainly there. If that's a slant, that's way late. And again, check the footwork. So a slant to me would be like a catch and throw, one step, or maybe a shuffle. Anything with a full drop, that's kind of a tweener shuffle for me. And that's why I think it's almost like that hybrid. But even though when he goes to throw it, all his cleats in the ground. So even on turnover-worthy plays, we're finding stuff we like. Next one. This is a 3rd and 6-ish. This is just a one-leg scramble. Y'all, the toughness, it just jumps off the film. I mean, it jumped off the broadcast, but it's even more evident on the All-22. Watch him essentially hobble for a first down here and then jump up on one leg. Like this is the, I mean, he's on one leg right here. He is limping to a first down. Then watch this hop up. Oh, I mean, it's such a gutsy performance. I mean, this is like, I honestly can't remember something like this where someone was that hurt, basically doing it himself at this point, going one-leg scramble runs for third mediums. It just, I can't overstate how impressive it is and how much teams will fall in love with this type of stuff. Not that they already weren't in love with him, but this toughness, wow. Next, long trap action here, a full field read, right to left, one-legged pocket movement, come back, rip the curl. I mean, again, the feel within the pocket, and to be able to do this on one leg with full field reads. So no to our left, up. I mean, just the pocket movement, dip and rip, whoop, one leg shuffle. Keep your eyes down the field and get the arm to rip it down the field. These are not checkdowns he's throwing. No to the bottom. Yes up top. It's one of those things for me. These are the type of films that just solidify dudes as the number one pick. It doesn't matter what happens. Bowl game next year, there's a decent chance that if he was draft eligible right now, he'd be the number one pick. This type of performance is that much of a separator. Next one, big backside in. Again, unreal torque here, just making someone miss right in the hole. Vision down the field. This throw is stupid. Stupid good. Really just smile and let it wash over you. This is as good as it gets, y'all. We take L right in front of the quarterback. Doesn't matter. He gets through the read, even after having to go whoop, make somebody miss one leg. Look at this throw. The guy is jumping in his face. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And look where the ball goes. Boom, on the guy's face. Yo, magical. Make somebody miss. Guy jump in your face. Dot down the field, backside in. Now you could make the argument that potentially, he could hit the sail down here to the bottom. But hard to argue when there's someone, right in your grill to not hit it. I get it right there. That's going to be a tough throw with someone bearing down on you. You got to stay alive. Stay alive right here. He could still work that sail to the bottom, but I understand why he would come back to the end. That throw is stupid. Fucking stupid, yo. It is crazy. This is as good of film as you will ever see at any level. But to do it on one leg makes it that much more impressive to me. I really can't overstate it. Could make a drinking game. How many times I say one leg in this video? One leg. One leg. On one leg. Next one, touchdown. 0. Oh, we're going to 0 you. Hitch, bottom to the slot. Way too much space. Too easy. I mean, look at him. Look at him walk after he throws this ball. hitch. I mean, it's almost like the Curry. Does he turn around before he even walks into the end zone? Yep. That's awesome. So you can't zero him. You can't even zero him on one leg. Great job getting it out. Outstanding vision. Nice play call. Structure. Look at him. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, right? This is quick step forward. One, boom. This is what I'm talking about when I say one step. Catch, one step, throw. Too much space, touchdown. Just really special performance, man. Zero him, get it out on time, don't get hit, turn, walk away, limp. I mean, as good as you will ever see. I love seeing all the throws, bunch of different situations, touchdown. Next one, just 4th and 3. We got a corner to the new number 1 down here to the bottom, a little scramble throw. Just a massive play. One leg jump throw. Now, the guy's wide ass open, right? Guy falls down, whatever. People fall down all the time. The vision to see it, the ability to stay alive on one leg and make a jump throw on 4th and 3. 4th and 3, one leg jump throw. One leg. I really, 4th and 3. Nothing there. I mean, all it is what this is the one. The center gets hurt. Center gets hurt. You got a mountain of 2 7s coming at you. Look at this guy. One leg. I really like. I'm trying to think of any sort of comparison in performance, but even like the Byron Leftwich stuff back in the day. That to me was more like in structure playmaking from what I remember and like the carrying of him from the offensive lineman. This is making plays on one leg. Jump throws. Outside of structure. Just craziness. And just really impressive, man. And one of those performances that for me really resonate how I will forever think of him, no matter what. Health, situation, whatever happens for him. This is as good as it gets for me as far as this level quarterbacking with what potentially projects to Sundays as well. Next one here, this is interception. We got a little FIB, one too many times with the fake screens for me. Now it's a little bit funky because of the numbers here for me as far as getting a read on the safety, but this play is usually played inside out. And so it's a nice play by the safety. Tip your hat. Probably one of the few plays where turnover-worthy plays for Caleb Williams where he'd want to have back. But also acknowledging, man, they called a lot of these fake screens. And maybe they do every week and I just don't watch them that much. But it's a nice play from the safety. For me, the ball probably goes to the inside number 3 or the inside seam. Again, different teams read these different ways. For me, I think it's always the reason there are some universal reads is just the timing of these things. So if we're going to fake screen out here and we're going to essentially run like bluff, seam, bluff, wheel. Okay, and the reason why I say this is number 1 is because this happens first. You kind of wrap yourself around whoever shows up in the curl defending. Now, if there's a safety, so this safety getting depth, you can also think of it as just a 2-on-1 on this safety. And the reason why I say it gets muddy for me is I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm going to guess that this is the college number and this is the NFL number. See, even I can't even tell. I don't know who it is. They don't have NFL hashes out here. And I don't know where this is being played in Vegas, right? So, I mean, who knows? Is this the college number? Is this the NFL number? I'm guessing that that's the case. It might be who knows, high school number, college number. I'm used to being able to tell where the safety is based off where the numbers are. And to me, he looks like he's a little bit wider. So, if he gets any part of that number or close to that number, I'm thinking pre-snap, I'm going to have the seam. And if he's anywhere hanging outside the number, like out here, I'm going to think pre-snap, I'm probably going to have the honey hole shot, if that makes sense. So even as I'm watching this, I'm getting confused. I'm sure they know because they're playing the game which one is the real number, which one is the all-time number there, meaning it never changes. So just watch that seam by the number 3 up top, right there. Right, so that's where the ball ends up going. Again, easy for me to say with the clicker, but you can see here, you're just putting a 2-on-1 on that safety. So the 3 and the 2, 2-on-1 on that safety. Tough. Nice play by them. Again, you have that many shots down the field, you're going to put yourself in harm's way, and they got you one time. But this is essentially the end of this game when you have this turnover. If anything, well, easy for me to say, just throw it to the seam. Trying to force it, guy makes a nice play, tip your hat. Utah did more than enough to win that thing, especially on the other side of the ball for USC. So there it is. And then the last one here, I just put this on here because it shows his toughness. The right tackle getting blown by. And this is a big hit. Okay, this is a big hit after you've gotten this essentially hit multiple times playing on one leg. Watch the right tackle 3 just bends and goes. Boom! I mean, the toughness just jumps off the film. Boom! Wow. Better pick him up, 7'6". You better pick him up, homie. And I think it really hurts when you look up top to the slot on the wheel. That's a big play. Now, Caleb Williams is on the ground. There's no way he's going to see it before he gets to the gas station up there. But you can see that would have been a big hit if we could pass protect. And so we'll see as USC continues to get dudes in there. Caleb Williams, though, he is the answer. He is the solution. He is everything quarterback position-wise. And the toughness, I think, just asserts himself even firmer in that top spot, however you want to do this. But really impressive performance, man. So that is a wrap. Caleb Williams, Pac-12 championship game, just so impressive on so many different levels. The first one, the toughness. To be able to do that on essentially one leg, to be able to manipulate the pocket, make jump throws, torque his body, rip the ball down the field, the vision, the playmaking ability on one leg. Again, say it again, on one leg is crazy impressive to me. The other thing, I mean, just his natural ability to make plays before he even got hurt, essentially feeling like he's carrying that squad on a number of different levels. A lot of fun to watch. I just had a blast. I enjoy that offense. I enjoy how they spread the field. I thought Caleb Williams brings a whole different level to the game as far as his ability to make plays, his vision, his pocket movement. And then when you couple it with the fact that he is certainly nicked up and having a hard time moving around, to be able to still do it and do it at a really high level, probably the highest level of anyone in college football right now. I mean, I don't know how you can't walk away just crazy impressed from the film. So thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.